are, Fairview High School, with a boys basketball game it's 7:51 right now, getting close to tip-off on February 9th, a Thursday. And our crew for today is our director, Jack Ferguson, our camera workers, Christian Lampley, Izzy Basquette, and Amari Vaughn, and then me, Vinny Cachese, doing commentary for this game. So the basketball game is starting, and ball is going around. See what we can get. And the ball goes up and goes down for the away team. So Fairview is down to start this one out. But now taking it up the court, trying to answer back with a score of our own. Heads out of bounds. And now ball is headed back to Lewis County. Taking it up the court. Try to see what they can do. Maybe extend their lead a little bit more. Quick crossover, pass around. Driving in more passes. Getting the ball movement going. Pulls up for the shot. Just barely bounces out. And it's a bit of a mess around the ball, but then they find the open shooter outside for the three-point shot, and it's a 5-point lead for Lewis County right off the bat like that. And Fairview looking to answer back, but that pass was way off the mark, and it heads out of bounds on the sideline right around mid-court. So now Lewis County is going to get another chance to extend their lead even more and get some crazy momentum going right off the bat of this game. And Fairview definitely does not want Lewis County to be getting a bunch of momentum. They want to take advantage of the fact that they're the home team and have momentum from the get-go, and definitely build on that. And the only way you can build on your momentum is with a score just like that mid-range jump shot right there. That's going to put Fairview's first points on the board for them, and it's 5-2. Lewis County up, and a few passes around, trying to score again. Driving in, kicking it around. Nothing really happening. Good defense by Fairview so far. Definitely really good defense around the pick and roll right there. And then a corner three. It was contested, but it still goes in. Lewis County is on fire so far. 8-2. But there's a stop and play right there. Looks like some sort of foul happened over there. And Lewis County is going to inbound the ball back and take it up the court, trying to score again. At the top of the three-point line. But the pass is intercepted by Fairview running the fast break now, pushing the tempo. The layup doesn't go in, but offensive rebound. And second chance points are good. So 8-4 so far. It's been a pretty good game. Both teams showing that they can score just like that. Lewis County, their third three-point shot of the game. And like, they've been on fire from beyond the three-point line so far. 3 for 3 on their shots. And Fairview's definitely going to have to lock up on the perimeter a bit more in order to stop that from happening. Now they're dribbling the ball up the court. Fairview trying to put some points on the board as the ball goes flying way up into the air right there and out of bounds. So that's definitely not something that they want, especially with this deficit early on. They don't want Lewis County to go on a crazy run and then kill all of Fairview's hopes of winning. both teams have been doing pretty good moving the ball around and getting the ball to open shooters as that contested layup goes in. Fairview's been playing good defense on all of Lewis County's shots, but they've still just been able to shoot over the top of the defenders and get the shots to go in anyways. And now, about halfway through the first quarter, it's a 9-point Lewis County lead, 13-4. With only one foul so far. And now going inside the paint, the rim blocked that shot, so Fairview didn't have to, and now they're running the fast break. They got an open shooter in the corner. Just off. That was a really good shot to take, but just couldn't execute it well enough. And that was a nice behind the back move there. Running the fast break. Ooh. Fakes him out, steps to the side, but just couldn't hit the 3-point shot. It's okay, they got an offensive rebound, but it's headed out of bounds. So, Fairview's been playing all right, but just the fact that Lewis County's been playing even better has really stopped Fairview from doing much with this game. And it's definitely something they want to figure out here in their huddle. They want to figure out what they can do to stop Lewis County from destroying them so far. Not by much, but you got to think it's the first quarter and you're losing by 9. It's not the way you want to start your game. So they got to lock up on the perimeter. They've got to pass it around, look for an open shooter, take the best shots possible, and just play smart basketball if they want to win this game. So hopefully they can implement those things into their game plan and see where they go from there. But already forgetting to lock up on the perimeter, leaving an open shooter there. Luckily for them that he missed the shot, but very easily he could have drained that and put Lewis County up even more. With that layup there, it was rough to get inside. Knocked a guy down, but it was all for nothing because shot missed right off the rim. So Lewis County's gonna inbound the ball again, hope to take it up the court and score some more points like they've been doing since the start of the game so far. Just taking the ball and shooting some shots, scoring some points. Not really getting that much trouble, except for there, where Fairview was able to put up some good defense and take the ball away from them for a second. And refs called something, so something's going on here. Fairview should keep possession of the ball, but now they're inbounding it, trying to move it up the court. That pass got tipped, and Lewis County's got it again. And one thing that you got to keep in mind is that even though it's the beginning of the game, it affects momentum and like just your emotions in general. So if you start out getting destroyed, it's really just going to like crush all your players, and you have no momentum. The other team's just like all feeling it, and it just makes it difficult. So now free throws for Fairview after that and one play. Hopefully they can get this extra free throw to go in. They need all the points they can get right now. That's for sure. So this free throw being shot by, looks like, number 20, Sammy Sanborn. And it goes in. So now Lewis County got the ball. If they just score a basket here, they'll be back up double digits. They can't get that done as they missed that layup there. And Fairview's taking it back the other way. And that shot from the corner is good. Nice three-point shot from the left corner right there for Fairview. And they're finally scoring some points, getting back into this game. And we might have something interesting on our hands here if it keeps up. So driving into the paint, and that's completely swatted away. Great defense by Fairview on the inside, not allowing any easy shots for Lewis County. And now, after the momentum they got from that defensive play, looking to bring it over to the offensive side with a 3 from the corner. Overshot that one. And it's going to be an air ball, sadly. But it was a nice try, good effort. And if it had gone in, it'd be a 2-point game. So it wasn't a bad idea to try it. Just maybe put a bit less strength into it next time when it goes in. Now a few moves for Lewis County, trying to score before the end of this quarter. So it's just a bit under a minute remaining. They're currently leading by 5 points right now. And they're not going to be scoring right now, so gonna have to wait a little bit because there's a stop and play. And Fairview now has the ball, inbounding it and waiting, being patient, looking for their best shot. They had an open 3 in the corner, passed up on it. Who knows, maybe just not a guy that can shoot very well from the 3-point range. So maybe that was a good idea to pass up on it, but you know, you want to try and get as many shots as you can. Get as many points as possible, especially with time running down here in the first quarter. And that's a nice shot over the defender. Good defense, but just not enough. And looks like some guy fell on the ground. That's unfortunate, but got right back up, so I guess that's good. Now, Lewis County trying to see what they can do. Maybe score once more before the end of the quarter. About 15 seconds left in this quarter, passing it around, moving around. Not much off-ball movement has been happening. And time's dwindling down left in this first quarter. They shoot up one last shot, and nope, not going in. So that's going to go ahead and end the first quarter for us, as Lewis County leads Fairview 15-12. And they've fouled much more than we have. 4 fouls compared to our 1. But besides that, they've been playing pretty good. I feel like Fairview towards the end of that quarter finally got their act together, and with that momentum that they gathered towards the end, they should be able to carry that into the second quarter. And if you ask me, I feel like they are going to take the lead. It's a bold statement to make, but I feel like they will take the lead, and I'm going to just predict this now. I'll say that Fairview, in my opinion, will be leading at halftime. So go ahead if you guys want to make your guesses. We can see who gets it right, and who gets it wrong once halftime comes. So I don't know, play a nice fun game while we're doing this. Playing games while watching a game, it's always fun. So both teams got a chance to sit down and relax and talk about what they're going to do at the start of the second quarter, and now they're back onto the court, back playing some good old basketball, see what they can do. So Lewis County gets the first possession of the second quarter. Number 14 with a few nice moves, passing it around. Lewis County has definitely had the advantage when it comes to ball movement, except for there when it gets stolen by Fairview, and then a corner shot, and it's good. Nice play by Fairview to get the steal and immediately run down the court and get the open jump shot. So that's a great way to start the second quarter. That's a lot of momentum because it kills Lewis County's momentum with that steal, and then it just adds on to your momentum with the shot. But Lewis County's like, not feeling that. So they just went down and drained a 3 right in front of their faces. But now maybe Fairview wants to fight back with that nice spin move. Beautiful, beautiful post moves down there. So it's been a nice close game. I like how the pace of this game's been so far. And I feel like this is going to be a really good game. We might see an extra overtime period. Who knows what could happen? As that great layup there in traffic down in the paint. Both teams have been showing really good control down in the paint and in the post. to get the shots up and to get them in. Now, inbound here for Fairview. Pushing it up the court. Layup goes up. Doesn't go in, sadly for them. Bet you they wanted that one to fall, but at least they're headed to the line for some free throws. Hopefully get some easy points up on the board and maybe even tie the game up. So here's number 24, Bill Eads. Hits the first free throw. That makes just a 1-point game, and this next one, if he makes it, could tie it up. And he shoots it up, and it's good. So now it's 18-18 after the 2 made free throws from number 24. And now Lewis County is like, oh wait, where'd our lead go? I want it back. So they tried for it, but they got another foul. And Fairview's got the ball back. That's definitely one thing that Fairview's been winning at, is discipline and fouls. Because Lewis County so far, 5 fouls compared to Fairview's 1, shows that Fairview has a much more disciplined roster, as that 3, it was a good idea, but just poorly executed there as it misses. But Fairview now gets the ball right back, but not for too long, because what do you know? Another foul from Lewis County. That makes it 6 so far. And we'll be seeing another inbound for Fairview. Inbounding the ball, taking it up the court. Trying to take the lead in this game. Shoots up the shot, nothing there. So now Lewis County coming back the other way, dribbling up the court. Trying to put some nice moves on him, but gets straight up rejected. And no points. But then right down the other way, Fairview shows them how to drive and score in the paint, and makes the shot and is headed to the free throw line too, because Lewis County doesn't know how to play defense without fouling. So here we go for another free throw. It should be for an and one. They're not updating the scoreboard. Yeah, there you go. So this should be for a 3-point play. Free throws up, and it misses, sadly. But at least you got the made layup to make up for it. So now, Lewis County completely lost the lead, just like I predicted. Fairview will take it right during the second quarter. So, you guys disagreed with me. Too bad, I'm right. So, now Fairview trying to extend it even more by putting another score on the lead, passing it around. They're definitely also winning when it comes to off-the-ball movement. Lewis County can move when they have the ball in their hand, but when they're not handling the ball, they just stand there most of the time. But Fairview definitely knows how to move around, get open, and open up passing lanes to maybe create shots without dribbling into them. So that's definitely a good thing to be able to do. And if Lewis County were to incorporate that a bit into their game plan, then maybe they could score a bit more and take their lead back. As not many people are moving around when they don't have the ball, but that shot from the corner shows that maybe they don't need to move around off the ball. They can just dribble into all their shots and tie up the game. And that was a rush three-pointer for sure. On the fast break, just running down there and pulling up when you could have had a much better shot. So no need for that yet. And now they lose the lead again. So they need to be careful. When they take the lead, they gotta realize that it's not gonna stay if they start messing around and taking dumb shots. So that right there was a nice shot though. The guy fell to the ground in the process, but it was a good shot. So hopefully they don't get too rough after a guy fell to the ground. But yeah, they want to just keep up the tempo, keep playing at this pace, and it's been a nice, close, tight game. And honestly, either team right now could just run away with it at any moment by just getting like a little spark off of like a bench player or something. Maybe just one huge play, a three-point shot could maybe just swing the momentum just a bit and allow one team to run away with the game. Speaking of three-point shots, that could have been it, but not quite, as it misses. But it looks like after that it went out of bounds, so Lewis County will be inbounding the ball after making a quick substitution here to check number 42 into the game to play as their point guard, I'm guessing. So yeah, number 42, Ty Banks, checked into the game right there, handling the ball, as the ref's gonna stop them. Not quite sure what happened there, but there's definitely a stop in play. So the ref's talking with the management here to figure out what's going on. I'm honestly confused. So pay attention to the ref and see what happened, I guess. This is weird. I wouldn't be surprised if it was another Lewis County foul. They've had 7 so far. Why not make it 8, I guess? But yeah, there's definitely a stop in the play. And it looks like it's something pretty important because they're reviewing it a bunch, going over it like, what's going on? So yeah, this is not just like a little like, oh, he stepped out of bounds. This is like, I don't know. This is something. They're definitely talking it over, trying to figure out what's going on. Guess we'll just have to stay here and wait. But the pace of this game has been good. It's been fast tempo, lots of offense. Not too much defense, but when it's needed, they definitely can stand up on the defensive end. And that call took a point off, so I'm guessing someone operating the scoreboard may have messed up, or maybe they called something weird. But whatever it is, Lewis County's not too happy with losing a point. It's back to 20-20. No idea what happened there, but that was just weird. And yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be happy. So if I just got a point taken off for like a random reason, yeah, like what the heck? Get your scoreboarding right or whatever. So they're all in huddles, probably complaining to each other. Meanwhile, Fairview's probably just having a party. Like, woo, we're not losing anymore. So that's a positive to take away from it. Fairview is no longer losing. It's tied 20-20. So we'll have to see where this goes. Maybe this will spark a fire in Lewis County to get a bit angry and play a bit harder after losing a point like that. You know, it's 1 point, but maybe that 1 point really mattered to them. So we'll have to see how they react to that on the court. I think it will be interesting to see what they do and how they play after that. Maybe try and discipline themselves to not foul as much, because they stop fouling, stop giving up free points at the free throw line. That definitely changes how the scoreboard looks. But now Lewis County trying to get that 1 point they lost back, and maybe make it 2 points. So we'll see here. A few quick passes around. And they're starting to incorporate a bit of off-ball movement. Still not enough to really get any plays going. So they really got to talk to each other. Form a play, set a screen or something. Go around, cut, slash, whatever you want to do. Just help the ball handler get someone to pass it to, get an open shot, instead of waiting to get the ball. See, just like that, coming right around a screen, wide open before you even have the ball, so you can just get it in your hands, put it up and shoot it, and it goes down for another 3 for Fairview, giving them the lead 23-20 here with just a bit under 2 minutes left in this first half. So a bit of pivoting going on for Lewis County, trying to see what they can do. Good moves getting into the post. That was beautiful. A nice slow spin, sort of threw everyone off, and then drives right in for the layup after everyone had already jumped. Smart. And don't look now, but they're forgetting about the scoreboard again, so hopefully we don't have another issue like that. Okay. Am I the only one that saw Lewis County score? Maybe I am. Did they not score? I swear they scored and they're not updating the scoreboard. Something weird's happening, I don't know. Whatever, let's just move on from that, I guess. It's another foul for Fairview, only their second of the game. It looks really good compared to the 7 that Lewis County's got. So, free throws now for number 24 on Lewis County. First one is good. And now he'll try to get the second one to make it just a 4-point game. Shooting free throws is Bryson Hinson. Second one, also good. So that makes it 22-26. I'm still confused because I'm pretty sure they scored earlier and it didn't count for some reason. Maybe an offensive interference, I don't know. Something. It's kind of hard to tell. But, you know, another 3, just like that for Fairview. It's 29-22. And I don't know, I'm not going to get too excited, but I think I might be right with my prediction that Fairview will be winning at halftime. So, all you watching that were against me, you might want to change your mind while you still can, because Fairview's playing pretty good. Even though they gave up that layup right there, it's okay. And they're still winning by 5, 29-24. And now they might make it even more here. I rhymed a little bit there, 24 and more is rhyme. That 3 was off, but an offensive rebound. Right back up and in. Another score. Should be 31-24 now, with just 21 seconds left in the first half. And it was an and one. A free throw added on to that. Fairview is really getting going. They could have an 8-point lead here in a second if they make this free throw. And if they can keep that and carry that into halftime, never mind. 7-point lead. But still, like I was saying, keeping just a lead and carrying that into halftime is always good, because you get to sit down at halftime and not worry about having to come back, having to like fix anything. You're doing good. You can tell yourself that just keep doing what you're doing, it's working. And then you can come back in the second half and just feel good, get refreshed, whatever you need during halftime. And then just keep playing a good game of basketball in the second half. Now, last 5 seconds, an open 3 in the corner. Just barely couldn't get it. And just going to chuck up a shot there, but it's not going to go in. So that's going to take us into halftime. Fairview leading 31-24, just like I had predicted. So we're going to take a quick little 10-minute break, and I'll see you guys at the start of the second half for more basketball. All right. All right, and we are back now for the second half of some Fairview High basketball against Lewis County here on February 9th, 2017. It's 8:35 at the moment, and our crew for tonight's game is director Jack Ferguson, camera workers Christian Lampley, Izzy Basquette, and Amari Vaughn, and myself, Vinny Cachese, doing commentary. So Fairview in the first half was able to get a good lead up against Lewis County, 31 to 26 is the score at the moment. And now Lewis County looking to maybe bite back a little bit and score a few times to take their lead back here at the start of the second half. So, key points to take away from the first half is Lewis County definitely fouled way too often, so they definitely want to cut down on that. And also, Fairview was able to get much more off the ball movement to free up shooters, and it definitely worked in their favor as they were able to get a nice lead. But now, free throws for Lewis County. First one's up and good for number 10 on Lewis County. And their second free throw coming up. And it is also good. So that's 2 out of 2 free throws for Donovan Connor. And the score is 31 to 28. Fairview still in the lead. And they add on to that with another 3-point shot, making it 34 to 28. I feel like this is still a close, tight game. That looked like a little bit of a flop there, but I think they're calling that a charge, and the ball is headed Fairview's way. So a nice little pass fake there, inbounding the ball. And now we've got number 20 dribbling the ball around, trying to make a few passes, but the ball heads out of bounds. And now it's going to be in possession by the players on Lewis County, hoping to score, but stolen there by number 20, Sammy Sanborn. Passing the ball around. He's got the ball back. Few good passes, now number 30. In the corner, he had a little bit of space, steps forward, takes the mid-range shot, can't get it. Offensive rebound, though. And the second chance points are up, and they're good. So that puts Fairview up now by 8 points, 36 to 28. With about 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Now, in search of a response, shoot up a 3. It looked like a 3. It went down, and it was 3 points. Just like that, 36 to 31. And honestly, it's just been back and forth, stab for stab, just shot for shot, canceling each other out, and not really getting anywhere for either team. And I bet you Fairview'd like to keep it like that because they have the lead. So, but I'm sure Lewis County definitely wants to change that. Because now they're going to be inbounding the ball after it went out of bounds. Hopefully they can get a nice score off this inbound. But it's tipped automatically. Fairview has got some pretty tall people on their team, and they're using that to their advantage by getting up in the air and tipping balls out of the way. And now that offensive rebound, another use of tall people. It's getting rebounds, and those are more second chance points for Fairview, which, in my opinion, I feel like that's what another thing that Fairview's winning at. They're winning when it comes to fouls, they're winning when it comes to ball movement, off-ball movement, and also they're winning when it comes to, oh my gosh, I completely forgot what I was talking about, but that's okay. So back to what was going on. Fairview with the ball. Dribbling at the top of the key. Looking for a shot. And the ball almost goes out of bounds. Good recovery by Lewis County. Very good recovery after a little mess like that, and they went ahead and capped that off with a 3-pointer to make it just a 1-point game now. So now Fairview's like, oh gosh, what are we doing? Because they just had like a 9-8 point lead or something turn into a 1-point lead in a few minutes, and that's definitely not something you want to have happen. as we're about halfway through the third quarter here. And Lewis County has improved on their fouls. Number 24 with a nice pass fake, but Billy's just couldn't capitalize by knocking down the three. And Lewis County trying to take the lead here. Just any shot could give them the lead here, and that's definitely what they want. So we'll see what happens. But they've definitely improved with their discipline, not fouling nearly as much here. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon, as that was a good pass, but once again, tall people, it's a block, but luckily for Lewis County is also a foul. So they're going to be headed to the free throw line, and making one of these would tie up the game. Making two of them would give them the lead. So Fairview's definitely hoping for a few misses. First free throw is good. And now second one will give them the lead, as now we're tied 38-38. So prepping for the second free throw. Getting ready to shoot it up. Goes up and almost drops, but it just pops out right at the end, and Fairview is just probably so thankful for that, because they aren't losing the lead yet. But they did fail to capitalize on that possession with that miss. So maybe now Lewis County can take the lead. Still not going to happen. And it's a defensive rebound for Fairview. Now they find someone open in the corner, and he drains the three-point shot like it's nothing. It's like he could make those in his sleep all night long. Like, sing a lullaby to him and he'll just drain a three in your face. Just like that. So Lewis County has got to do something about that. Maybe they show that they can also hit a three. I don't know. Maybe they show that they don't need to hit threes. They can just, I don't know, do something. Whatever, get an and one maybe. That could tie up the game. Maybe they can make a three and get an and one at the same time. That's 4 points right there. But nope, instead they show them that they can do a little dance and then miss a shot. So Fairview, not too amazed by that. As they go down, missed the shot, went for the offensive rebound, but it ended up just tipping it out of bounds. And now it looks like a timeout is called. So both teams are going to go into the huddle and talk about what they need to improve on and how they can do that. It's definitely a good thing to do. Talk with your coach, see what he thinks, get some rest, get some hydration, and get ready to go back onto the court and play. So hopefully now coming back onto the court, Fairview's got to talk about getting their fouls back down before, because they already have more fouls, I'm pretty sure, than they did in that entire first half. Meanwhile, Lewis County's got to talk about how to put some more points up on the board and stop Fairview from putting up their points. So we'll see what happens, as Lewis County is trying to score and make this a bit of a closer game, as the drive and the layup is good, and that makes it just a 1 point game here. But Fairview is going up the court, and that was a good half-court trap by Lewis County to stop too much progression up court by Fairview. Luckily for Fairview, they maintained possession of the ball, but they just lost a fast break opportunity and got slowed down a bit. But maybe that's a good thing, because being slow makes it so you have a bit more patience. And that spin move in the post just wasn't enough to get the shot to go down. And now Lewis County has a chance for the lead here if they can knock down a shot here. All they gotta do is hit one shot, just like that, and they can take the lead back for the first time, I think, since the second quarter. So they have the lead 42-41, and they're hoping to keep it after this possession, so that means Fairview cannot score here. As the ball flew up into the air, luckily Fairview was able to maintain possession, and that looks like it was a shooting foul right there. So we should be seeing someone from Fairview be headed to the free throw line. And Lewis County gets their second foul of the quarter, which is definitely improvement from the first half where they had, like, I think 9 fouls throughout the entire half. If they can stick with just 2 fouls in the quarter, that's really good. Lots of improvement, and that's all you can really ask for from a team, is to just keep on improving. So that first free throw tied up the game. The second one could give them the lead, and it's good by number 32 for Fairview. Number 32, Locke Horde, hitting both those free throws to give them the lead. And now in the post, Lewis County can't get it the first time, but the put-back layup is good, and that gives them the lead back again. And now we're just going back and forth as time's running down left in the third quarter. Fairview's looking to get something going. A nice pump fake pulls up for the 3. It's no good. So now, but the offensive rebound gives them another chance. Another 3 goes up, another miss, and this one heads out of bounds. So Lewis County has got probably the final possession of the third quarter. And they're hoping for also the final score. If they can act quickly, shoot it up. No, not going to happen. But, oh, luckily for them, it looks like they got a shooting foul. So they'll be headed to the free throw line, and they'll be able to extend their lead, hopefully, to more than a point. And first free throw is good, 2-point lead. They knock down the second one, have a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. That's definitely a good thing. You want the biggest lead you can possibly get going into the next quarter, but they couldn't get it there. And I think a timeout was called? No. They just went, and Fairview's inbounding the ball. And now with a second left, pull up from just a bit closer than half court, and he hits the shot right at the buzzer. That is insane. And all that talk I was saying about Lewis County having the lead going into the fourth quarter, nope, scratch all of that. Fairview has the lead going into the fourth quarter, 46-45. Tell me that that was not amazing. Okay, if you say that, then I don't care what you think, okay? Because that was great. That was amazing. Best thing I've seen all day. And this is my second game I've commentated today, so that was something. I haven't seen something like that in a while. So that was pretty cool. I'd be pretty proud right now if that was me, or just the coach, or if that was just one of my teammates. Yeah, I'd be pretty proud of him right now. Especially that fact that it gave them the lead. Even though it's just by 1 point, the lead is so important. The momentum that I was talking about earlier, it's just such a big deal. You don't understand unless you're actually playing the game how much momentum can affect how you play and just how you work with your teammates and stuff. It's just a really big deal. So draining that shot there and giving them the lead, huge. So let's see if they can carry that momentum into the fourth quarter and maybe escape with a win after this game. Because there's only 8 minutes left of playing time in this game. So we'll see what happens. So Lewis County is trying to take the lead back. They're definitely not happy about what happened. They've gotten robbed of so many things in this game, and they're not happy. So there they go, taking the lead back. And I have a feeling we're going to see the lead bouncing back and forth a bunch at the start of this fourth quarter. It's going to be a really tough match for either of them to take full control. And I think there was another shooting foul there. So that should have Fairview headed to the free throw line. Yep, third foul for Lewis County in the second half. But like I said, improvement is improvement. But sadly, it gives Fairview a chance to either tie or take the lead. First one ties up the game, 47-47. So now, like, pressure's on, hit this shot, get the lead. If you don't, you're stuck at a tie, and it's not that good. And looks like they're going to be stuck at a tie. So Lewis County bringing it back the other way. See what they can do. A few quick passes around. Trying to make something happen, if anything. Like, they just want any points they can get in this possession will give them the lead. And that's what they want, the lead. But they lost the ball for a second there. Luckily able to recover before it heads out of bounds. And that was a beautiful pass to an open three-point shot, but just couldn't capitalize on the opportunity. And that's heartbreaking right there, because a beautiful pass and a wide open shot, just like this shot right there, another heartbreaker. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm watching a sad TV show. Just want to cry right now. But Fairview probably doesn't want to cry after getting those second chance points and putting them up 49-47. But speaking of going up, maybe Lewis County could go up. Nope, nothing. Oh, but they took it back. Still, no shots going in, but another foul and more free throws. Seen a lot of those now. 8 combined fouls in the second half for both teams. Fairview had like 2 fouls in the entire first half, and so far in the second half they have 5. So they definitely lost some of their discipline. Maybe they just started playing a bit more intense and aggressive, and they might want to tone back just a little bit on that, because it's good to be aggressive, but once you're like fouling on every other possession, you're putting yourself into a tough situation here. So they definitely need to watch what they're doing, as it's a tie game here and they have a chance to take the lead. They got an open shooter, tries to drive in, nothing there. So they try to reset it with a pass out, but it's stolen right away. And now Lewis County has all the momentum to take the lead here. With just, like I said, any type of score gives them the lead, and that's what they want. So come on. Try and score. See what happens. And he drives in. That was a nice cut in, but it just wasn't able to get anything out of it with a missed layup there. So Fairview now trying to make up for when they failed to take the lead before. That looked like a charge to me. I'm not sure what they're going to call it. They might call it a blocking foul, or they might call it a charge. I think they're calling it a shooting foul. Yeah, either a shooting foul or a blocking foul on Lewis County. But either way, free throws for Lockhord for Fairview. First one goes right down, and Fairview's got the lead, just like I was talking about. 50-49. Second one, not as good, and the score is going to stay at 50-49. With about 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter, and not just the fourth quarter, but the whole game. 5 minutes left. It's just let that go through your mind really quickly. Imagine being in the player's shoes right now, or if you're watching this and you are a player playing when this is recorded, I bet you were feeling your heart rushing a bit, because this is intense. So let's see. Tries to do a nice crossover, but sort of lost his balance a little bit, and it just ended in a bad shot. And it looks like there was a kickball violation or some sort of foul, whatever. Doesn't matter. All we know is that Lewis County's got the ball now. Yeah, it was definitely a foul. Fairview's sixth of the half when they only had 2 in the first half. What happened? Like 11 total fouls for both teams. They've definitely gotten much more aggressive as the game's gone on. So, well, Lewis County has been aggressive the whole time, but once both teams get aggressive, it's just a mess. Like we've got here, just a mess of free throws. So now they can make any jump shot and it'll give them the lead. So it's definitely their goal here for this possession, is to go onto defense and have the lead, and that's exactly what they do with that nice contested layup going in. It's 51-50 now. And now Fairview on the offensive side of the ball, running with a bit of open space, pulling up for the jumper, gets the offensive rebound luckily, and it goes up and it's good. So that's 52-51. Like I said, this game's going back and forth, and I think that was an N1 too. So that is definitely a good thing, because if you make this free throw on the N1 and convert it, then you have a 2-point lead, so you don't have as high of a risk of losing your lead once you go on the defensive side. So if he makes this free throw, and he does, now they have a bit, they're just a bit more safe now. Not fully safe, not at all, but a bit more safe. And that's good. Be as safe as you possibly can. Safety first. So Lewis County is trying to take away all their safety they've got, and they do. It's a tie game now. So now anything can happen. It's like a completely new ball game. Once it gets to a tie, it's just like you're starting right over again, 0-0. And momentum is completely equal, and you just gotta see what happens from there and see where it goes. So both teams in the huddle trying to talk about what's going on. Like, it's a completely split game right now. 6 fouls for both teams, 53 points for both teams. Like, momentum is equal. The only thing I can think of that's maybe affecting momentum is home court advantage, which Fairview has. But we'll have to see how big of a part that plays into everything. So we'll see what goes on here in the last bit of this fourth quarter. There's about one half of it left. And there's a chance that we might see an overtime period in this game, because it's tied right now, and there's a very good chance that once the final buzzer, or final, not really final buzzer, sounds, that it could still be tied, and that means we're headed to overtime, so we'll see. You never know, and anything can happen, really. Like, literally, one team could just not score for the next 4 minutes, and the other team could just run away with the game. That's completely possible. Nothing's stopping that. So we'll have to see what happens as they're passing the ball around, trying to take the lead, because that's what everyone wants, is just the lead. Of course, the three-point shot would give them a lot of momentum. Not really happening, but they almost got the offensive rebound. But almost doesn't really count in basketball, so they'll have to just try to get it next time, as now they're down to about 3 minutes left in the game. As Lewis County now wants to take the lead, and that looks like a foul of some sort. And I think it was a foul on Fairview. Yeah, Lewis County's keeping the possession of the ball, going for the inbound here. Inbounding it near to the paint. Nice post moves. Kick out for the three-point shot, and there's a lot of momentum right there. Okay. A three-point shot with about 3 minutes left to put you up by 3. Yep, that's momentum. And then that layup down there, unless they called that a charge, which they very well might have called that a charge, and that would be huge. I think they called that a charge because they're not updating the scoreboard, so 56-53, that sucks for Fairview, especially whoever got the charge called on them, because they made the shot, they just knocked down a guy in the process, and that costed you everything. So that's unfortunate, but you know, you gotta deal with it. Lewis County randomly lost a point for some reason at the beginning of the game, and they dealt with it, and now they're winning by 3 with just under 3 minutes left. So maybe Fairview can take their anger that they just got from that charge and turn it into good basketball, and maybe take the lead back right before the game ends. Who knows, maybe we'll see another one of those crazy half-court shots to win the game, because that would be one way to go out, like, for sure. A half-court shot to win the game, that would be insane. I would love that. Like, can we end that like that? I don't care what the score is, just someone end it on a half-court shot, please. That's what I want to see. That's what I came here for. Just more half-court shots. Just stop playing actual basketball. Just start shooting half-court shots. Go for it. Whatever. Just entertain me. Okay. So, back to the actual game. Lewis County already with their lead. Just trying to make it a bit more because remember, they want that safety. But stop and play right here. Not exactly sure why. It looks like another foul. Yep, Fairview, another foul. They really got to stop with that because this is just more free throws for them. And more free throws means more free points, and more free points means bigger lead, and bigger leads means, yeah, you're going to lose. So watch it with the fouls. You got to be careful because now it's 57-53 with only 2:41 left in the game. That's dangerous. Luckily, it's not going to increase to 58 yet because they got the offensive rebound off the missed free throw. So they could actually increase it to 59-53, or even 60-53. Fairview's definitely hoping that they can lock up on defense and keep it at 57-53. And it looks like they might... Fairview fouled again. Like I said, the fouls are killing them. It was killing Lewis County in the first half, but then they fixed it, and now it's killing Fairview in the second half. And it might just be the death of them, because now it's 58-53, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, and a chance to make it 59. And they do just that, 59-53. You really got to play hard now if you're Fairview. You've got to do everything right. You can't afford any more mess-ups. That means no more silly fouls, no more missed shots. So here we go with the three-pointer. And just like that, missed shot like I was talking about. You can't have too many of those, or you're going to lose, especially at this point. There is a bit of a stop, so maybe there's free throws. Yep, there is free throws. So that was a foul on Lewis County. I don't know if they're going to give 3 free throws for that because it was a 3-point shot, or if they'll keep it to 2 free throws because maybe it was like a blocking foul or something. We'll see. But all that matters right now is that the first free throw is up, and it is good. 59-54. So now we're moving on to the next one, keeping it in the present. Second free throw here is up and also good. And it looks like they're only going to give 2 free throws for that. So it must have been some sort of blocking or reach-in foul. And now on the fast break, immediately canceling out the free throws. And it's 61-55. And if I was a player on Fairview right now, I'd be pretty scared and probably trying to get that guy who made the half-court shot to come back out, because you need a miracle like that right now. You're losing by 6. You got just under 2 minutes left. Yeah, you need some magic. Some real good magic. But, you know, maybe it's just the magic of free throws that's going to get them there, because they got some more coming up. So I think free throws and fouls have just been like the deciding story of this game. Like whoever's fouling is whoever's losing, basically. So maybe if Lewis County keeps on fouling, Fairview can take the lead back. We'll just have to see. Now it's 57-61, so there's still hope left, for sure. Like, I would not give up yet. But that can't happen, because now you're fouling, and when you're fouling, like I said, you're losing, and you're losing. So here they go for some more free throws, and honestly, this has been like the longest 2 minutes of my life. All these free throws. No, just smooth play to just wind that clock down. They're taking their precious time with all these fouls. 63-57. We got a timeout coming up. Both teams headed into the huddles to talk about what they're going to do in these last just a bit under 2 minutes of their game, whole game, unless they go into overtime. I'm doubting overtime at this point. Now, before it seemed possible. Now I don't feel like that's going to happen. It's either Lewis County wins in regulation or Fairview wins in regulation. I don't see an overtime happening right now. So either Fairview makes a crazy good comeback or they just lose. And Lewis County shows them that they lost the lead. I don't know. Whatever. So, yeah, the coaches definitely are probably pouring their hearts out right now, trying to get the players to just really just breathe and play some hardcore, like, best level 10 out of 10 basketball in these last 2 minutes to win the game for whichever team wins. I'm going to say it right now, I feel like Lewis County is going to win this. I don't see Fairview coming back. Even though it's just 6 points, I just don't see it happening because they've just been fouling way too much. And I just don't feel they'll be able to stop it in the next 2 minutes and recover from it. But they're going to pull up for the mid-range here. Not going to go, and that rebound made someone fall to the ground. Not sure what was going on there. So we'll see what happens here. And I don't know what would be going through my mind right now. Being down there on the court, I would honestly not know what to think about any of this. So there's another free throw good. I can't tell you how many free throws have been shot in the past like minute of the game. It's a good, my estimate would be like 8. And that's a lot. For like a minute, 8 free throws, that's a pretty good amount. That was a nice spin and shot, so another timeout. They're really trying to think about what's going on. They're definitely not giving up yet. 59-64, only 5 points down. So it's still very possible to win this game. It's just the chances are very small. And honestly, I hate doubting things, but I doubt that they're gonna come back. Like, really, I just don't see it happening. I don't know, maybe you want to disagree with me again, but you remember my halftime prediction. I was right on that. So, right now I'm sort of on a roll of my predictions. So if I were you, I wouldn't go against me. Just stick with me. It works. So, yeah, Fairview, that really must suck for them right now because they were doing so good coming back and getting that lead going into the second half, hitting that half-court shot to have the lead still. And then the thing that's so horrible is that you just lose it all and just collapse. And it's like everything that you did, all the hard work you put in was for nothing. So that's just a really bad feeling. So it's hard to deal with that. So it must really suck for the players right now. I bet you they're hoping that they can just come back and hopefully make it so that there was a reason for all their work. But it really doesn't look like it because that's another score for Lewis County. It's 66-59. I think Fairview can break 60 points easily, but I don't see them breaking Lewis County's lead. So another miss right there. Luckily, they got the offensive rebound, but that doesn't matter when they're low on time. You need to make all of your shots go in. Take advantage of every chance you get when you're so short on time. The clock is your #1 enemy right now. And right now, they're just trying to foul. Stop the clock, because like I said, clock's the enemy. So might as well stop it. And that's exactly what they did. Right now, my enemy is that they're stopping the clock, because I don't want to sit here for another 5 minutes for the next 40 seconds of a game. So that first free throw goes down. It's an 8-point lead now for Lewis County. Fairview's hopes aren't too big right now, I don't think. So another free throw, another point. 68-59. Another timeout. So, yeah, 40.8 seconds left. the fouls at the bottom just show you everything. 18 combined fouls in the second half. So many free throws so far. Like, it's just crazy how so much can change over halftime. It went from Lewis County fouling so much more than Fairview. Fairview, 2 or 3 fouls in the entire first half turns into 10 fouls here in the second half. And honestly, it's going to cost them the game because you can't give up that many free throws. It's free points and it kills you. So you gotta really watch how you're fouling people, how you're playing, your level of aggressiveness, because it can really change the game. So now, heading out of the timeout. They got a little bit of time to rest. Now back onto the court for the last 40 seconds of the game, which are probably going to last another 2 minutes. But we'll see what happens. Fairview with the ball, bringing it up the court. Trying to just get some points. They got to act quickly too, because clock's their enemy. 3-point shot, just not going in. Offensive rebound, they got that, but just the time, they don't have enough. And it was an and one, so they're gonna get 3 points. That's a good thing, but really, right now, it doesn't really matter anymore. If they had maybe gotten something like this to like spark some momentum earlier, like maybe just like 2 minutes earlier, then I'd say they still have a really high chance of winning. But with 24 seconds left, down 6 points now, no, I don't see it happening. It's just not possible in my mind. So, clock stopping again, but is that another timeout? Of course. Okay, well, so how's you guys' days going? Because got nothing left to talk about, honestly. It's just timeout after timeout after timeout with free throws and free throws and free throws. Just clocks. I can't tell you how many times the clock has stopped in like the past 2 minutes of scoreboard time. It's been like actual 10 minutes of real time, so that's insane. And honestly, it's stupidly funny. Like, how much times you can just stop the clock and just waste everyone's time, basically. Because, I don't know, what are you going to do? 19 seconds. Will that actually be 19 seconds, though? It's the real question. Inbounding the ball, Lewis County. Dribbling it around. Just trying to waste the time. That was a good pass to get it away. Hits the shot. That's it. That's got to be it. I don't see the clock stopping again. Please. They're going to miss that shot. Cool. All fine and dandy and stuff. Just don't stop the clock. Okay. All right. Stop it at 1 second. Why don't you? Just why not? We don't have anything to do after this. No, we got all night. It's fine. Just go ahead. Stop the clock again at like 0.8 seconds. Why don't you? Maybe at 0.5 seconds. Whatever you want. Just waste my time. Come on. Okay. Well, it looks like they're setting up for free throws, which will just maybe even make it a double-digit lead. They don't even have players standing for the rebounds because it's not important at all. Like, this shot will make it a 10-point lead, and boom. Lewis County's going to win 72-62. 1 second, done. So, Lewis County wins 72-62. So, that was a good game. So, once again, it's about 9:15 at the end of this game on Thursday, February 9th, 2016, here at Fairview High School, where Lewis County was able to beat Fairview. Once again, our crew for this game, director Jack Ferguson, cameras Christian Lampley, Izzy Besquet, and Amari Vaughn, and then myself, Vinny Cachese, doing commentary. So thank you all for listening to this with me and going through this journey and game, whatever. So yeah, I'll see you next game.